every breath of our life.
In a progressive society, the strength of a stable environment hinges on an efficient justice system. The Solution administration is empowering Anambra State through robust judicial reforms. By implementing technology-driven solutions, Mr. Governor is revolutionizing justice delivery, making it faster and for easier access for all citizens in Anambra State, thereby entrenching transparency and trust in legal system. This is Solution Footprints. In this episode, we're going to explore Governor Charles Chukwuma Soludo's intervention in the judicial system in Anambra State. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. Let's roll. Access to justice is a fundamental right that every citizen is entitled to. However, in many states across the Federation, the justice system is often overwhelmed with cases taking years to resolve. But in Anambra State, Governor Chukwuma Charles Soludo, CFR, has been taking active measures to address the challenges facing the justice sector. The governor's reforms included increasing funding to the justice to hire more judges to help expedite cases. He also worked to improve the state correctional centers and detention facilities to ensure that inmates got the necessary rehabilitation and counseling services.
Our government is committed to promoting the expeditious dispensation of justice, especially the prompt resolution of commercial disputes. We shall collaborate with the Chief Judge and his colleagues to significantly improve the physical infrastructure and technological infrastructure of the courts, and hopefully also implement some structural reforms to fast-track the path to justice and make Anambra the #1 in the speedy dispensation of justice and ease of doing business.
In keeping with Governor Chukwuma Soludo's manifesto promise to strongly support the infrastructural development of the judiciary and deployment of technology, as well as investment in continuous human capital development in the sector, the Anambra State Judiciary is at the verge of achieving full automation in the system.
You agree with me that all these manifesto promises aim at ensuring speedy dispensation of justice. As the popular saying goes in the legal sector, justice delayed is justice denied. This government has done quite a lot that's taken giant strides in improving the infrastructural development of the justice sector. On assumption of office, the first technology we deployed was virtual hearing facility in criminal matters. What this means is that we succeeded in installing this facility at the 4 correctional centers in the state, at Ekulobia, at Newi, Onitsha, and Oka here. The state government also provided solar installation in all the 4 correctional centers in the state, where it is now impossible to bring these inmates for the hearing of their cases. They can be there at the correctional center, and the judges will be there with the lawyer at the court premises, and virtually the cases will be going on. I'm happy to announce that by the first quarter of next year, by God's grace, Anambra State will achieve the feat of being the first state government to achieve full end-to-end automation. By this we mean we don't file cases again manually. We don't pay filing fees manually. We don't serve manually. Everything will be fully automated. Our full automation is something we are replicating what is obtainable in Singapore. And that is actually where we are going. We are trailblazers, we are leading, and others are following.
This is a project that involves electronic filing to cases, automation of probate, and automation of the Ministry of Justice. Anambra State is the first state in the Federation to commence and implement this.
Can you break it down for us when we talk about end-to-end automation? What does it actually mean?
Basically, it's the process of filing cases in court starts from the lawyer's office. So that's one end, that's the first end. Then it ends up in court, that's the last end. So when you digitize that entire process, that journey, from the lawyer's office to the courtroom, then you have achieved end-to-end automation. What some people do is that they digitize part of the journey. When it gets to the courtroom, the judge is writing in longhand with paper. So that's not end-to-end. So end-to-end is when the judge is not writing. So a stenographer, professional stenographer, is capturing the proceedings in court, and at the end of the day, outputs that as soft copy into the system. So the judge doesn't write, but you have everything from beginning from filing up to what happens in the court. Basically, they have to be very solid in grammar, the use of English, very solid, not average. Then, of course, they have to have finger dexterity, the ability to move your fingers freely, yes, and then they have to be very good with their hearing. So that's basically it. Of course, intelligent, then we add that they should be young. So we're very, yes, because you sit for quite some time. So yeah, so if it's, somebody that's already above 40, they'll have issues. So when this is done, the judges no longer write in longhand. The judges will be able to do more cases, and the stress will be less on the judges. The judges will be held there to do their work. So all of that impacts on the total volume of cases that the judges do, year in, year out. The governor, this was his idea, to have his judiciary that's world class. Obviously, as part of his overall goal to put the Anambra state on the world map in a very special way. So this was his initiative. We are not surprised that he made this move right from the beginning once he came into office. And it's a privilege for us. And we are very happy to see that other states are following suit. Enugu State we're also, helping them out in Enugu State. They noticed that what was going on here, and they quickly, called. So it's a very, great thing that the governor, took these steps, and it's become a model for other states. And by the time this is done, like he says, he says he wants a state that Anambra people all over the world will be proud to call home. So this will put Anambra on the digital map as far as justice delivery is concerned.
Training of verbatim court reporters is currently being concluded, at the end of which they will be posted to courts. Tell us how long this training has been on for.
We started since February. We are in the 10th month now. It's really gone well so far, because we are writing with a machine that has nothing written on it. Yeah, and we are being trained on how to write. Instead of pen, we write with machine. That is the basic of the training. We help the judges in the court to write. The motive is to stop the judges from using pen to write, and to speed up the court proceedings from being published to the public. We are the first, if not in Nigeria as a whole, the first place this thing was done was at Lagos. The Lagos judiciary partially did not implement it, but the way we are going so far, the governor is doing very well with it. We are going very, very, very far with it. I would say a very big thank you to Mr. Governor. Indeed, the solution is here.
The court reporters are being trained on Courtroom technology, Courtroom transformation solution from paper-based to paperless, and thereby putting an end to writing in longhand on the bench.
We record using our shorthand and our system, and where we are recording, the system is also recording us. As in, while you are typing, the system is also recording. If there is any omission or mistake, the judge will not have to go back and play it. So I think with this training, it will end paperwork. And I think we are coming to the end of the program, because with our performance, I can tell you that by next year, we all be in court and just perform wonders.
So let's say the lawyer needs a proceeding that happens in 1995 or in 2024. Let's say 2024, because we started this year. In December 2024, we will just put up a mail. I need a proceeding that happened in 2024. Then what's the case number? You say the case number. it will be searched in the system. You now send it to the lawyer. No more moving, nobody's moving. It makes life easy. No. Being a verbatim reporter, being a court reporter, it's going to do a lot. Not only in Nigeria, even outside Nigeria. But when you're talking about Nigeria now, Anambra State at large, going to do a lot. The knowledge first is everything that anyone can think about. Of course, before I don't know that there's a machine like this, I got to know about it. And I also got to know, like in a normal keyboard, you like to type is, which is IS. But now I'm not typing IS, I'm just typing S to give me is. So it makes things easier, writing easy, typing easier. And in future, when you say a verbatim reporter, there will be a time where the verbatim reporter in Nigeria will not only be in Nigeria, it will be outside the country. So we now have to be carrying books everywhere, carry books. So we just have to do it on the system.
This will no doubt ensure better health for judicial officers and court staff, as well as engender quality transcripts plus audio. It is glaring that Governor Chukwuma Charles Soludo's progressive vision, transformative reforms, and decisive implementation is driving meaningful change, valuing fairness, accountability, the rule of law, and ensuring justice for all in Anambra State. Stay tuned for more. The administration of Governor Chukwuma Charles Soludo has equally moved to appoint 4 judges. As a result, the state government is building 4 new high court halls and 4 judges' residential quarters. Solar panels were installed in all 30 high court rooms and halls in the state and the offices of the state high court judges to serve as an alternative power supply source to the conventional electricity, providing a conducive environment for faster delivery of judgment and other judicial functions.
As we normally refer to him, solution is here. It's been a wonderful thing relating with him. He's a man who will tell you that he's coming and he will actually come. If he's not prepared to come, he will let you know that he's not coming. That is to say that he's not granting this approval or he's not granting this request. He has a long-term, he appears to have a long-term plan for Anambra State. But if you interrogate him, if you interface him, you will see that he's a man who has love for Anambra State and is thinking ahead of most of us. The Executive Council, which is presided by the governor, recently approved the building of a 4 duplex quarters that is going on in Onitsha for now, immediately. And we understand that within the next 6 months, by the direct funding that is being done, that it will be on. And the clamor we have been having for appointment of new judges will be set in progress. We also have the approval for the building of a 6-in-1 court hall complex that is being built at the headquarters here. And with the speed they are going, I also believe that in the next 6 months, 7 months, that they will deliver. And we will be happier for it. So we are happy with the developmental strides of Mr. Governor. The governor has done a lot in providing solar energy systems for all the honorable judges. We are hoping that very soon, by the grace of God, if that can also be given to the magistrates who do the similar work that we also do, I think we will be very appreciative. I thank the governor for the one he has been able to do, and then just as we normally say, I will not fail in asking for more and more.
In Governor Soludo's promise to actively collaborate with legislators and judiciary in the promulgation of appropriate legislations and speedy administration of justice, 17 laws have so far been passed. Some of these laws include the ANSEC Law, Local Government Planning Law, Anambra State Economic Planning and Development Board Law 2024, Environment Management, Protection and Administration Law 2024, Anambra State Touting Prohibition Law 2024, Secret Cult and Prohibition Law 2024, Anambra State Electoral Law 2024, among others. However, 9 bills are currently awaiting passage.
As far as the administration of criminal justice law is concerned, it's a law that is going to help to fast-track cases. So with this, we've put in strategies that will enable expeditious dispensation of justice in order to decongest the correctional services. Then, of course, trafficking in person is a social menace that is eating deep into the fabrics of the society. So with this law, we put in stringent laws that will checkmate this trend. Then we have the secret cultism law. We know that it's a problem that is really plaguing us in the state. Then, of course, we know that there are many touts operating. So the tout law is aimed at checkmating this touting in Anambra State. Then for health facility monitoring laws, we notice that anybody can set up a health facility without accreditation, without qualification. Recently in Ozubala, I think somebody was arrested performing an operation, surgery, when he's not even a medical doctor. So this health facility monitoring law is aimed at ensuring that only medical practitioners operate and are captured by the state officially. Then, of course, the electoral law, as we all know, was what enabled us to go ahead with this election of local government chairmen. And then the local government administration law is aimed at providing the framework, the administrative framework, that will enable the local government to take off.
In response to the manifesto promise of collaborating with the judiciary to upscale the efficiency of the judicial process, a specialized commercial court was set up, as well as mainstream alternative dispute resolution mechanism to ensure that timelines for commercial dispute resolution are reduced to 30 days from the average of 307 days. The present government has also established 2 specialized courts, including Children's Sexual and Gender-Based Violence Court, as well as Small Claims Court for speedy determination of liquidated money demands of less than 5 million naira in the state. These courts have ensured easy access to informal and speedy justice delivery systems in the state.
Recently, we noticed an upsurge in some criminal activities like rape, like defilement. These are assuming an alarming dimension. So we quickly collaborated with my Lord, the Chief Judge, to come up with a specialized court to handle such cases at the magisterial level and at the High Court level. They have dates they handle defilement cases, gender violence cases, and so on and so forth. That day is earmarked specifically for these crimes. So the defendants are brought to court, the judges are there, the complainants are there, and that day is dedicated to hearing these cases. And it is expeditiously dealt with. And you find out that these cases are going. In the past, ordinary courts handle such cases. Of course, when a client comes to court and land matters are heard and his or her case is not heard, tomorrow when you ask her to come to tell, why am I going there? My case will not be heard. But it's no longer the situation now. Once you come to court for defilement cases, the cases are heard expeditiously because that day has been earmarked for such case and it is moving ahead. We also, apart from that, we've established small claim courts. These small claim courts handle liquidated sums. If you have under 5 million, instead of wasting your time going to court, high court, and the formalities involved, you just go straight to these small claim courts, which is handled by the magistrates, and expeditiously the matter is heard and you don't have to waste your time.
Thanks to Governor Soludo's interventions, the state's justice system is fast experiencing varying degrees of reforms, ensuring that justice is accessible and fair to all citizens. Ultimately, these reforms aim to create a safer and more equitable Anambra State, ensuring that justice is a right for all, not just a privilege. The governor's vision for a rule of law driven state promises a brighter future for Anambra. And that's a wrap on today's episode of the program Solution Footprints. Do well to join us next week for another refreshing episode of Solution Footprints. Follow us on our social media handles at Solution Footprints on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and Solution FP on X, formerly Twitter. My name is Chidima Oranwa Ndivai Kemesian.
With our sweat and blood, every breath of our lives, we've trust in God.